Just check that there. Okay. Lousy morning due to medication. Oh, well, that really made me feel almost unbalanced. I could have fell over today. I could have fallen over. Um, I forgot what time I took the medication. Today I forgot what time I took the medication. My dad came around, dropped off some, you know, food. Or, uh, I think it was a few minutes after my dad left. 'Cause you only pass it through the door and then close the door. You know, um, I think it was a few minutes after I started feeling dizzy. Let's just put it this way: if I tried running, I would probably just stumble over and fall over. I wasn't quite. I could barely just stand up. Oh dear, I was so like, oh god. Anyway, that was probably the antidepressant. I mean, the antidepressant thing is supposed to make you dopey and such. I mean, what would you rather have? Me fucking swearing all the time, or would you have me dopey? But then sometimes the antidepressant doesn't kind of fucking work that way. It, I don't know. All I know is I was thinking I can't I couldn't be asked to cook any breakfast this morning. I think I ate some Pringles instead. What the fuck? Eating Pringles. Oh dear. Once you pop 'em, you can't stop 'em. Oh dear. I just had a nibble, so basically a little bit of gluten-y or whatever you call it, a bit of salt, bit of vinegar. Fucking hell. It's just a super thin chip, So basically I had fried chips, only they were super thin. Yeah, right. They're not, and plus a few other things on it that are not really great. They're just little snacks, you dip into something while you're having what's it? Um, a conversation over a cup of tea or whatever. The Pringles and a cup of tea. I thought it was Pringles and biscuit. No, biscuits and cup of tea. See, I'm still not with it. Plus the head injury from a few years ago, because my left side of my face feels like it's out of phase. I feel like that characters in Star Trek, or the cat with the orange face and the black face on one side. Yeah, I feel like those like that episode of Star Trek. Black on left side and white on the right side, or I can't remember which, but um, I only know the left side of my face. It feels out of phase. It's it's different to my right side feels normal, but my left side, because when I came conscious after I fell over a few years ago in the kitchen, I collapsed, and I mean collapsed. I couldn't. I don't even remember how I got on the floor. But when I came to, I was banging my head, the left side of my head, mostly banging the left side of my head against the kitchen floor. Um, and I was trying to control myself and to stop myself from doing it. But it's obvious doing that would cause a hemorrhage, a bruising on the brain or something. But if you and I even asked the hospital if I could have a CAT scan so that they, because that would reveal, um, oh gosh. I mean, sometimes I don't want to think about it. Makes my skin crawl. It does. It makes my skin crawl. And then we got this fucking corona. Everyone. what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? What the fuck's the fireworks? What the fuck's fucking time is this? Oh gosh, it's another. What's it? Well, the fireworks outside. Look at someone blowing a whistle. I guess we're applauding the I don't know what today, but okay. I don't think they heard me clapping because I'm in bed and I can hear that. I didn't know that was going to happen today. I guess this is now like a routine every week, 8 o'clock or what? Yeah. Anyone that's vulnerable, is going to be more a risk. Sounds like I could hear someone banging a metal pipe outside. Well, I don't know what. Maybe banging or using a hammer and tapping a lamppost or something. Because I could hear it's hollow and it sounds either like a bar and it sounds like it's probably about 200, maybe about 200 feet up the road that way. But could be slightly that way or that way, but up that way sort of. And again, it could be the opposite way due to due to all the buildings and sound reflection. Someone's tapping a. Sounds like they're tapping a metal pipe. Hmm. They calmed down now. It's calming down. Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, suddenly I'm hearing fireworks. You know what? No, I was thinking, is it? Have I been in a bloody time warp? Have I been cryogenic freezing? Is it November the 5th? um, I mean, I hate fireworks. I don't like fireworks, but I see the logic with this. Yeah, it's another. So what day? What day is this? What day is it? It's Thursday. Oh, did this happen last Thursday? I don't know. I have to check. Mm. I know. I think I was applauding out the window It only seems like yesterday. Uh, and I think I did it the week before. Oh gosh. Uh, oh, my nose. Gosh. It gets all stuffy. It's not easy. I've got to put that up my nose. So you can feel when there's something like all in the nose passage, and it's like, yeah, and then loosen it a little bit. But the problem is that my nose is bleeding a lot. Not because of that. Um, probably because of the head injury or something. Um, yeah, got you know, if things get a little bit better with this, myself and other people, you could go to hospital for other sort of treatment, and unless it's critical sort of thing at present. But if it's something trivial, I don't know, but this could be still, because it blocks my air passage and makes it difficult to breathe, and I've got to pick out the nose so I can inhale and exhale easily through my nose, because at the moment on this side you can hear the sound it makes. That's not normal. That's a little bit clearer on this side. No, because the picture's inverted on the video camera, it's confusing me. What's that there? Oh, that's okay. So it's only a bit of blood. Not my blood. It's when I blew my nose. I've got to wash my face. Um. Yeah. My left side is a little bit, probably about, I don't know. It's got a little bit of so yeah, I do that, and I can feel the air going against my palm. I'll do the other side. No, it's not. It's not clear. The thing is, this, when sleeping and then waking up, I can tell I'm not. It's very difficult to move around, because you need air supply, uh, intake, outtake. Trade off. It, uh, I can feel the sight there in the way. Oh, I could feel it when blowing. I could feel the sight there. It's very stubborn. It doesn't want to move out easily. Oh, there's so there's so many dynamics when blowing your nose that it puts other sort of pressures on your body. Um, it could put pressures on your lower part of your body blowing your nose, and you might think, most people probably don't listen to themselves, but I know I could feel something down, because the stresses and the pressures and the dynamics of doing something. Oh, sometimes you feel that against on your ear because you got tube going underneath the ear, and that can get they can get a bit congested, and sometimes the pressure or something blowing on your nose, you can feel it against your ear, and if you overdo it, you could damage your ear. Um, oh, oh gosh! But it also puts other pressures a bit lower down. I noticed. Oh gosh, how's it feel now? How's it feel now? No, it's still. How's this side feel? That's a little bit better on the other side. It's just my right side. It's also gravity. How would I feel if I was in zero gravity? There's no up, no down, no side to side. You're floating. Would Because you think your nose is like, if you don't know too much, then that's like your nose, right? And it kind of moves like it's up at this part up here, around this part. This part lower down, it goes up a little bit and then it bends. And then you got another passage that's going upwards. So the upward passage is kind of like that. But I could, or kind of like, more like the finger, like kind of moves a little bit, and it's got moisture on it and such because of the, if there wasn't, then you're probably a robot, and bloody squeamish. But I could see with the camera. I've got a little miniature camera. I've got a little miniature camera there that I can put just at the lower part of the nose so it can see. Yeah, I don't shove it right up because that camera. The diameter is not. It needs to be a lot smaller for a nose. You know, it's only designed for the ear to look in the ear passage, the ear canal, so I could self clean my ears. And my GP said I really shouldn't do it. I said, look, I'm very careful at doing it. I'm not stupid, but um, you know, I have to put it. Sometimes I get something in the ear, and it's a foreign object. It could be a hair. Yeah, it could be a hair. It gets in, does find its way in the ear canal, and then it's resting. So that's the eardrum, and the hair is resting against it. So it's partly on the ear canal and touching the eardrum, and it feels like a scraping sound because it's like the it's like the piece of string and the tin can, the two tin cans on the piece of string. Yeah, stretch it, and then you can voice a sound through it, or a sound frequency. Sound waves will travel through it. Um, but that's really for, But I can put a little way, and then I could see that. Yeah, I could see that the passage on the note. It seems so. Um, it I don't know. I do the inhaling, the exhaling, and I could see it, moving. But oh, but sometimes it's gravity. if I lean over this way or over that way, gravity's reacting to it. Um, Maybe if I go in a swimming pool, because, well, it's kind of like weightless, but there's still gravity, isn't there? You know, because what do you think holds the bloody ocean down, huh? It's the Earth rotating and orbiting. If the Earth wasn't spinning, the you know, yeah, you want to talk about having a fucking bad fucking day? I'll tell you, the whole world will fucking notice it straight away. It'll be simultaneous. It would happen fucking all over the planet. And I don't want to think about it too much because that makes my skin crawl. But if that were to happen, we're fucked. Every lot the planet will be fucked. And you don't know if gravity will all the rotation and spin will start up again, or you know, in entire if you're not held down or something. Yeah. I don't want to think about it because it makes my skin crawl. But that's what holds the fucking ocean down, and all these fucking morons, flat Earth people. Really. Oh, it's getting a little bit better now on my right side. Oh dear, but it never really does on my left or my right because it always dries up. Yeah. Flat Earth people, dear oh dear, I pity them. No, I don't just pity flat Earth people. I pity their fucking education. I don't know what fucking school they went to, but must have been a school for the fucking dumb. I mean, I didn't particularly go to a school that was. I went to a special school because they didn't know what the hell was wrong with me and with everyone else that was in the special school. Some had learning difficulty. In my case, it was like reading and writing. Yeah, so I must have missed a lesson out at my first school that I went to. I must have missed a lesson out. I might have had a cold one day or so, or not feeling well, and you miss a certain part of a lesson out, the basics, yeah, for learning, reading and writing and such, and then you find it difficult afterwards. But you know, because I school school didn't really educate me well in a way of too much of the basics. I I left school with no O levels, no GSCs, no A levels. I think they got other things now. I don't know because schools are different now. Because when you look down the road, bloody hell, you see school children out at bloody midday or something. I think, what? You know, how many hours have they been in bloody school? A few bloody hours. What the fuck are they learning today, huh? They must be like fucking machines. They probably are. They're probably like the fucking Matrix. They got a USB port in their fucking neck. They go to the school, they get uploaded, and they get the information, and I know Kung Fu. And the next thing you know, they're walking down the fucking road. Usually, school in my day was pick up. Well, you had to be at school. Um, I think lessons started around about 9 o'clock. course, there are break times, but home time will be about, I think, 3:15, 3:15 in the afternoon. Um, so yeah, what the fuck the day? I mean, bloody hell! I see all these school kiddies are going off to fucking school like fucking like 8 o'clock, and so by obviously 9 o'clock they're fucking learning. So what, 9, 10, 11, 12, what, 3 fucking hours? What the fuck? And then I do see more of them around about afternoon time. So I don't know. It's like today, fucking hell. You could do a few lessons, a few hours as such, and then what the fuck? Then you got the rest of the day. Oh wow. Um, but maybe they got to do the rest of it at home. But you think about it now with this, that's what they will be doing. Um, because they'll probably the parents or probably be sent by the school's educational package. So you probably got the parents educating their children at home. That's probably what I'm guessing. And any that most homes or yeah whatever a computer, so you can probably get apps and all learning and such. But that was not mandatory around my time. Computers were around, yes, but very few far between. And budget of well, the school had a very basic computer at the time for to encourage or to possibly help to learn, educate through grammar, reading, and such. And um, it was very basic at the time. But in a nutshell, I really couldn't um, read or write very well. Um, but today, it doesn't seem too much of a problem because of interests, because of interests and curiosity. Because I wasn't too curious at school. um, I didn't think there was much that I like drawing. I like art. I like drawing. And that was the only thing that really, you know, I mean, I could speak English words and, English language and have a conversation and, so there wasn't a problem there. So it's just the reading, writing part. But now it's not a problem because I can read all this thing here on what I got here on the computer, say something about this live video title options and name, and this is live now, and blah 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 blah. Black sheep, have you any? I mean, I could read all this and understand some things because you got to go and think what's KP, KB, PS, and then you got to find out what these little word letters mean, and kilobytes per second, and all this blooming nonsense, Christ, and bloody hell, is this video only running at 15 frames per second? What the fuck? 18 frames now per second. So with the kilobyte here, I can see the information on the video 19 frame. Bloody hell, that's slower than fucking 35mm film that runs at 24 frames a second. Fucking hell. 16 frames a second now. And 16, hang on, 640 times 300. Oh, right, that must be the picture resolution thing there. And the audio is 64.2, 63. It varies. It's gradually varying. They got new. They've changed the information on this now because I didn't have a black box here over this side, and there's a white box over on the other side. The layout is different to what it was last year. Yeah, the layout's different now. But yeah, bloody hell, the audio's pretty bad on this. 62 kilobytes per second. Okay, now I think the average 4K disc or Blu-ray or 4K disc, the audio is probably around about 1,600 or 2,400 kilobyte per second. You know, this is pretty bad, but that's not too bad going. I don't know how a CB radio would be with like I don't know if you can measure that in kilobyte per second. But this is all digital. This isn't analog. This is all digital sort of ones and zeros that were taken the video information, and it's been processed elsewhere, and there's also a delay. So I could, even though I'm looking here on my camera, this is in the room and everything sort of thing. This is like here sort of thing. I could make a duplicate, go to my Facebook page wall, um, make a duplicate. Okay, I see the video now. Right. 1, 2, 3. Right. Right, I'm going to move my hand. I know if when I move my right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's about roughly a 16-second delay time. So I could see the live video or the video in my home. So I'll move my hand up again. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, it's about a 16-second delay time. That's how clever I am. I leave school with no O levels, no GSEs, absolute squat, no PhD, no 165 IQ. I think Albert Einstein's was 160. That's what I saw the other day. I saw, yeah. So, and Carl Sagan's was about 170. So I'm in between Albert Einstein and Carl Sagan. What the fuck? Everyone's different, you know. But I don't think I had an IQ score, an IQ test at school at the time. um, And Albert Einstein was, you know, he was crazy, I guess, and but clever. So you could be clever and crazy. Crazy about science, you know? Um, crazy for love, you know? When you're, you know, or nuts for love. You know, just because, just, you know, but, you know, anyway, I don't want to, you know where I was going to go with the, I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about that fucking guy over there. No, it's not over that way. That's the east. That's the west. And if you know if I'm pointing west, you know what country I'm pointing at. Um, yeah. So, but saying that, you know, I have a head injury. I have an accident. You know, I collapse in the kitchen, and usually something like that. And what happened? What I was doing before trying to control myself from stop doing that, banging my head against the floor. Um, I mean, it could cause brain damage or other things, you know. Because I've had heart attacks in the past and they're tiny, but still, you know, it's like an earthquake, you know. You get something, to, you know, like a small tremor, earthquake, you know, so much on the Richter scale and hasn't done too much damage. But, you know, I've had all the operation and that, so, but I know full well that something like that, if your brain gets starved of oxygen, you could it could erase your memory. Um, and that makes my skin crawl. um, so being clever or smart or intelligent, you could lose literally all that was gathered, just like a computer, just like anything, just like any computer. That's got information programs on it stored, and then suddenly it gets corrupted. Could be a lightning strike, a power surge, some fucking jackass putting a virus on your fucking computer, or well, they got to go quite a bit of way to do that. Most people are a bit fucking savvy, you know, and don't fall for these stupid things and click on the fucking thing because you know it's bullshit. It's not legit because no one fucking all these big certain companies and such, they don't fucking usually email you. They don't fucking telephone you. And you know when you're getting fucking bullshit, you know? And you just, well, when I get those people, I'll just say, fuck off, you fucking cunt. You know, they're just expecting fuck off, aren't you? But I just put the fucking cunt on the end because, you know, that's what they are. Oh. Oh. And then you just play with them, you know? But then I'll just say fuck off, you cunt, and just put the fucking phone down on the fucking cunt because they're not fucking worth, they're not worth, they're not, they're not even worth fucking videoing the fucking phone call to put on fucking YouTube. They're not fucking worth it. Um, yeah, you just got to be careful of all that. Oh, fucking hell, and even your fucking phone, fucking hell, all that gets bombarded by all these fucking wankers out there. Even the CB radio is not good now because you got. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that fucking bullshit. I only got a CB radio just so I can talk to international countries when the weather conditions, the ionosphere, the conditions are okay in the ionosphere. I only got that for DXing, not to talk to to local stations because the hospitality of most of around here is very hostile, not very nice. There's some, mostly they're radio amateurs, and they are not, well, they're fucking amateur, you know. They're not even fucking professional. Um, are you fucking professional? No, I'm a radio amateur. Oh, you're an amateur then? Well, then fuck off. So I don't know what your fucking IQ is. Just get the fuck away from me. Because there's some real senile tossers. Some real senile British tossers on the fucking 10 meter band today. But they all got ham radios. I don't know why they waste their fucking time even coming down to the 10 meter band when they could be elsewhere and there's a little bit more modulation going on. Um, hmm. I think really they only come down because they think they don't expect too many people on the CB radio that have got maybe just 40 channel. Some like myself got a multi mode. Um, but you know, you don't come down on the channel 19 and you hog channel 19 for like fucking 3-4 hours each day. It's the calling channel, not the fucking modulation channel. You go to another channel after you get your little group, yeah, and then you go to another channel and have your little conversation, your little forum. Channel 19 is, well, actually it's channel 14, but I don't hear anyone calling on channel 14 because channel 14 used to be the UK national calling channel. Channel 19 was for mobile. Even though you could be mobile on 14, doesn't really matter, but channel 19 was mostly the UK national mobile calling channel, and channel 14 was the national UK calling channel. It used to be on AM. It used to be channel 19. There was no other calling national. Well, it's in the US. It's the national calling channel, I believe. Channel 19. And then you go to another channel. You don't hog the bloody 19 because other people might want to be trying to call someone else and they can't hear the other person if you're modulating on it. Fuck's sakes. And I thought these radio amateurs were fucking clever. I thought they had fucking known that. And then it's no wonder they get grief and stick from other people because they're trying to key them out because they think they own the fucking airwaves just because they got a fucking ham radio and a fucking ham license. Those people could get, oh, I know, all I have to do is find this prick that threatened to kill my 2 cats and eat them, and he's been winding me up. Yeah, all I have to do is find out roughly, well, I know roughly where he is. All I have to do is report the location, and there can't be too many ham radio operators in that area. He'll just get his equipment taken away, confiscated because he's broken protocols and swearing and making death fucking threats and all that. He's just a broken. Basically, the guy's just a broken, so senile, decrepit. Oh, oh dear. I mean, what time is it now? Yeah, I haven't turned the CD on in a few days. I haven't turned it on in a few days. Let's have a look. High band. Go to FM. I'll turn my KC shift round. That's him there. Speak of the devil. That's him there. That's that fucking prick there. There's a few other people on there. Looks like someone's trying to key him out. I can't. I'm only seeing a signal, so yeah, someone's trying to key out. I thought it was signal noise, but it's not. Someone's trying to key out. It's very low. Okay, 509 contest, go make a brief. Because they think they got their fucking ham radios. They think their ham radios are fucking brilliant communication equipment and they can talk over anything. Someone's trying to key them out. All I see is a signal, but I don't hear any modulation. Someone's trying to key them out. Or maybe someone's got microphone issues and their microphone lead wires are broken. And they think they're talking, but they're not. Well, sounds a bit static noisily on the channel lighting. I feel like powering up the burner and keying out because you know why? I just want to have some fucking karma on that fucking guy that threatened to kill my 2 cats and eat them. He's a tosser. Fuck it. Get power lead. Put a little bit of linear power on. Let it warm up a few minutes. Am I on AM? Yeah, I'm on AM. Or AM FM. I'll turn my mic gain down so there won't be any audio or any sound. There'll be just a signal probably might get a signal maybe he might get a signal of 7 or 8. Usual signal might be around about 5, standard power. But if he's got anyone, which he does, he has someone that's a bit closer to him, and so the signal is going to be maybe like 10 or 15, so my signal would still be, if I had maybe 1 kilowatt, my dB signal, the dB level will go up a bit more, would would go up a bit more higher, a bit more higher. I'll do it that way because I'm looking at the needle this way. The signal will go up a bit more higher. If I had 2 kilowatts, then it will go up a few more dB more higher until you just work out, but then I've got to have an aerial that can handle that power. and it might cause interference on televisions if I was using literally kilowatts as well as my own TV. But usually, I've noticed with what I've got, I haven't even turned the power that on yet. And if I was causing interference on there, then yeah, I'll turn the power off because one, I could probably blow the TV up. I've done it once before, many years ago, decades ago. I should be warmed up now. Let's see if he's out there still. I don't hear him say, "Oh, we've got a mic here." No, you got someone with their mic gain turned down, and I don't think he's there. I think because they got ham radios, they've gone off to maybe the 2 meter band, the 4 meter band, the 160, whatever. They've gone off to a different band. They've gone off to a different band. I don't think they're on the 10 meter anymore. I think there's some out there that haven't got ham radios. I think there's a few, but I really don't care to talk to that crowd. They're not my cup of tea. They're not my cup of tea. I only got the equipment so I can do international and have a chat maybe to another country. Have a chat with another country. I've got Italy. I've got to Italy 4 times, Copenhagen once, Scotland once. I don't think the Isle of Wight counts really, but but first time got to Copenhagen. I'm not sure if it's the first time I got to Italy, but yeah, 4 times last year. That's not bad. That was all last year, but at the moment it's quiet because the radio conditions are not correct at the moment. They're just warming up, or the ionosphere, the conditions are trying to get okay, even though they are okay all the time. But for long distance communication, and then your signal goes up, and then with the power you use, and then it travels around the world. The furthest distance I've got, more or less with this, more or less similar equipment, more or less similar, because I more or less got similar to what I had back in the 1980s. The furthest distance I got to is the Falkland Islands, and that's halfway around the planet. You don't get any further than that. It's just being on the right channel, the right time, and the conditions being right. If I would have been using less power, I don't think I would have got to Falkland Islands. I've got the Falkland Islands with about 200 watt. I can't remember if I was using my directional beam, where I had a beam, free element beam, where I can point it around. So you just move it around, and that's where you pick up signals and such, and then your signal's going to go in that direction. Or then I can switch over to the other antenna, which would be the omnidirectional. Um, but I think I was using a high. I think really at the time I was using a high gain CLR2 antenna. I think I was, because I eventually trade or swap the my free element bait antenna. I do miss it. I swapped it for a high gain CLR2 because someone else had a direct omnidirectional antennas, and he was looking for a free element or a directional beam, and I said, oh, okay. And he was very nice chap. This was back in the days when you had nice people. He was nice. He came over. He even put it up for me because he put the air. He went up. He took the free element beam down, disassembled it, and brought it all down, and then we put together the and then he took all the parts up for the high gain CLR2 and assembled it and put it all up and secured it and that. But the thing is, he already had a rotator. He already had a rotator for. He was looking for a beam, directional beam. Now, had he taken the rotator with him, he could have had the rotator as well, but it was just a swap between the aerials. Unless he had something else that he could have swapped for the rotator, because my aerial came down during the very high gale winds during 82, 83. There were very high gale winds, and the strain how a rotator's made. Say this black thing is the bracket that is attached to the pole and then to the chimney lashing to go around the chimney, and that's the rotator on top. And what happened was, because my aerial was on top of the rotator, and the swaying, yeah, that's quite a bit of, you don't want to be up there in high fucking gale winds. That'd be suicidal. What happened was that it broke the metal. Because I think there was 3 or 4 bolt screws that went into the bracket that held the bracket, because the actual rotator, I think, was about that size, maybe about the size of that, maybe about that sort of size. It was about like that, and it had a bit of weight to it, and you can rotate it 180 degrees one way and then 180 the other way, because you can't go round and round and round and round, otherwise your coax cable is going to get so Yeah, he should have took the rotator, and then the aerial wouldn't have been hanging over, leaning at like this angle. About I think, yeah, something like that. But I had another friend. He had his aerial. I think it came also down during the high wind. Um, but he was insane. He had his bloody aerial stuck on top of um, a 20-foot aluminium pole because he was trying to get his aerial a bit higher than mine. Because he's on a he lives at his parents and that they lived in a 2-story, no, 1-story house. I lived in a 3-story house, so I'm up there and he's down there, right? And so naturally, you put 20-foot pole on average, and that should make up for, because the average height in the, between the next floor and such would be a little bit more than 20 foot. I mean, a little bit less than 20 foot, less than 20 foot. Um, so he's just trying to make up. He had a good bit of strong scaffolding at the base of the pole and the aluminium over the top of it. And I think he had double or triple lashing around the chimney. So it's pretty strong, but it, I mean, you got to test it in winds and that, that's a different, that's a little bit different. If he put maybe guidelines on it, but that would have been very difficult because the guidelines would be too narrow. They'd have to be pretty wide, and that means some of those guidelines would be going over the road and such and attached into someone else's building, and you know just to have guidelines going around, so it reduces the bloody aerial from fucking going because that's just gonna, if it keeps going in one way all the time, it's just gonna put stress, particularly on the aluminium. I mean, yeah, and it just came over, it just bent over. um I think quite a few aerials kind of didn't stand up to that wind on 82, 83, 80, I think 83. uh, I think 83. Yeah, and of course recently they've been all high gale winds and such. This was it mostly this year, I think, or was it partly last year into this year? I forgot. I forget. All I can do here is my bloody aerial outside because it's attached to the wall. My aerial is literally, no, it's over there, but it's uh, just a couple of feet up, a little bit, because the roof pitch is down, so it's just over there. And usually, I can hear the resident, the resident frequency of the when the wind's blowing. I can hear this um, metal hollow sound because it's attached to the wall. It radiates through the wall, and I can hear it through the transmit through the wall. And I think, what's that scary sound I'm hearing? Oh, that'd be my aerial outside. uh, yeah. um, I think the aerial was put up. I think it was put up last year. I think it was put up early last year. Yeah, I think my area was put up very early last year, maybe January. January. Yeah, just more or less in time for the um, around about maybe May or June for the radio conditions to get good. Uh, yeah, there's no one on. There's no one on there at the moment. Uh, I think that old. I think that. I think that old decrepit who made threats against threats towards my cats. I think he's gone to bed. He's either gone to bed or he's gone off to another channel or fucked off to another fucking frequency. Because all I hear there is one other station, but I can't hear the other because they're probably a little bit distant. They're probably a bit further away. Usually the average range on the CB radio is probably maybe 40 miles, 40 mile at best. Fuck 'em. I think I'm gonna get a kill. I think I'll get a bigger burner. Get half a kilo. Nah, get a kilowatt. Get a kilowatt. Oh, fuck him down there. I can't hear that other station. He sounds like he's a. I'm either I'm slightly off frequency or it's the noise and the range and can't hear it. Not very intelligible, clear. Oh fuck it. Go to sideband. Over to the upper sideband. Put it on sideband. I'll call out. I've got my mic gain up. I'll turn the mic gain up. Ooh la! Secure the X. International. UK, calling international. Standing by. Over. Ooh la! Secure the X. UK calling international. Standing by. Over. I did hear Germany a couple of weeks ago, but that may have been a fluke. It may have been a fluke in the air atmospheric conditions. There's nothing there at the moment. Oh, there's something on channel 7. Is it on the AM or FM? Secure the X. UK, calling international, standing by. Over. I think that's either Spanish or Italian. I think that's either Spanish or Italian. Woo. Secure, secure, security X, security X. United Kingdom, United Kingdom, calling international, standing by, over. Lilia Gambia, Lilia Gum. I think that's Spanish. I think that's Spanish. I think that's Spain. There you go. It could be Portuguese. Might be Mexican. Doubt it. So that'd be too far. That'd be too far away. Yeah, that's Spanish. I don't think they can hear me. I don't think they can hear me because I can only barely hear them, and the signal's not even. They're not giving me much signal, so I can just hear their voices. So they may not hear me. Oola, oola, secure, secure, security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by, over. No, let's go to another channel. Oh, something on something on channel 12. Oh, I can hear a little bit of faint something on channel 13, but it's channel 14. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Oh. Let's go through the low band. I mean, we're getting near to May, halfway through April, so getting near to May. Conditions will be okay around. They'll be at their peak around about July, August. They'll be at a peak, and then it lasts maybe a few weeks, and then it comes down. It fades down. Nothing on the low band. No, there's nothing on the low band. Let's go up to mid band. It seems mostly a little bit on the high band. A little bit higher up. Let's try channel 1. Oola, oola, secure, secure, security X, security X. United Kingdom calling international. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by, over. Secure, secure, security X, security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by, over. Security X, Security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by. Over. Security X, Security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by. Over. Security X, Security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by. Over. No, nothing there on channel 1. Go a bit higher up. Well, they were there. Well, they're still, but they're very faint. They're hardly giving any signal. Very back of the box, back of the box. Oola, Security X, Security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by. Over. Oola, Security X, Security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by. Over. Quiet. Quiet. Oola, Security X, Security X. United Kingdom calling international. Standing by. Over. No. Not much on the mid-band. There's stations there, but they're too faint. They're too distant. If I can barely just hear them, but hardly much signal. I mean, they might be using 500 watts or maybe a kilowatt. It's very faint, hardly any signal. If I was just maybe a few miles that way, eastly, if I was just maybe 1,000 miles, I would pick them up a little bit. I'll pick them up, but not now, not with the conditions. And they fluctuate. That's it. They fluctuate. I'm turning it off. It might be a little bit. There might be something there on the weekend. I'll turn that off. Oh gosh, oh, the sound coming from that JBL Control One is absolute brilliant. You know, it makes the you know the sound of the radio receiving better than the. Yeah, I mean, that's FM, right? Unplug the what's it? That's how the radio sounds. Also, the radio's speaker, the radio's on top of another radio, and that's what it sounds like. And then put it through a proper speaker. Put a bit of tone control on it if I want to. Yeah, I usually have the tone to low because it's okay. All that does is change the frequency curve on the reception for but you got to listen, you know, to the radio stations that are out there amongst all the noise. On FM, the noise floor is going to be a bit higher. On AM, the noise floor is going to be a little bit lower. On sideband, the noise floor is going to be a lot lower down. FM, the noise floor is quite high. AM, noise floor is a little bit less. On single sideband, the noise floor is a lot lower. And you've got noise blanking and anti-noise limiting to use on AM. And that just acts as a filter. Usually car static engine creates car engines create a static electricity in the atmospheric that's picked up by the radio. You go on FM, the noise blanker doesn't, or the MBANL doesn't have any functionality on FM except for AM. And it doesn't have any functionality on the single sideband or the CW continuous wave or carrier wave, depending on what you want to call it, continuous wave for Morse code or other signal sending. Yeah, FM's like bloody hell, you know. And then you got the squelch. So it's on AM at the moment, so I turn the squelch up at so much. Go to FM. Because of the noise floor, I've got to turn the squelch up just a little bit more. Good, you know. I think they should have I think some radios may have a squelch for AM, for different modes. So you can set the squelch different for AM, different for FM, and different for sideband. So you don't hear all that until you hear a station that's really, you know, good, close. Otherwise, listening to fucking that for like fucking 2, and that even an hour, fucking hell, even a few fucking minutes, even a fucking few seconds, I can't fucking bear it. I mean, I like pink noise, white noise, I like that. It's good for checking the frequency response of your loudspeaker, and obviously the JBL is very good. I could use another speaker. I mean, it's sat on a speaker, the equipment. I could connect it up, but this one friend gave it to me, and it needs a lot of repair. It'll function, but I haven't exactly tried it. It's a realistic. He's had these many years. he blew the tweeter so many times on the bloody thing that it looked like he had to put a Frankenstein in it. And what the fuck, you got bloody openings there, and so the bloody air's going to pass through that. And I'm surprised the bass drive was okay. But I think he even replaced those because he didn't exactly do refoaming. Um, and he's a teacher of electronics, retired. Um, so I'm surprised he didn't know about refoaming, or maybe he did, or he just didn't. Not everybody knows everything. I suppose he just decided to buy. But the mid range on them is still the original mid range, but the original high range. I don't think because he blew them up because he was overcooking over killing the frequency on the high range years ago, and I think he had the EQ band on the realistic EQ turn up all high, so that was going to obviously exceed the input level, the voltage the input signal going to the amplifier, and then probably generated distortion that he probably couldn't see happening. Um, and because he wanted to hear high frequency detail, mostly he was listening to music. I'm not sure what details he was trying to listen to, or maybe hear, or what. But anyone that was round his home at the time, and the only thing we hear is we hear the sound, the bass. Yeah, that's great. And then suddenly, grey smoke pillowing out. And it's like, take the grills off, or what? I can't remember if the grills are off or on. I think the grills are off. And you just saw this smoke pillowing out from the tweeter because of the passive crossover and the some frequencies leaking into. So you would get a bit of low frequency filtering into the mid range, a bit of mid range filtering into the high range. Low range filtering into the high range would be a little bit more shallow down, but still, um, yeah. Oh, and around the time, maybe active crossovers would be very few and far between. Most people, they would have been used, but I didn't exactly sell them at Tandy or Radio Shack, active crossovers. Um, so you can, you know, filter have frequency filter slopes to keep out as much low frequency from going into the mid range, and obviously the high range, as well as filtering out as much middle high range from going into the high range, and vice versa. High range wouldn't be really going out into the low range. Very little mid range should be going into the low range. That's not bad. That's not bad listening on that. That's not bad. I'll just add one more. I'll go through the sideband one more time. It's quiet on AM. It's quiet on channel 19 out there, even though it's channel 33. 33 because of the yeah. Oh, well, Hang on, that sounds like that fucking.
Just underneath the bridge. When you go underneath the bridge, you got the like the hooks, look at it. Yeah, they're nice, they are. I don't see Dave. Don't see Dave? Yeah, Dave. Dave who? Dave Mechanic. He's long gone. He's gone, is he? He left years ago, yeah. Fucking hell, where's he gone to then? Yeah, where's he gone to, you Pete? I don't know exactly.
Oh, it's that guy. I'm going to give him some karma. It's that guy that made threat against my 2 cats. Online frequency generator. I'm pissing him off. Karma, you fuck. I'm pissing him off. $3.27335. I pissed him off. Well, That's for saying nasty things about killing my cats and eating them, you fuck. Where did he say he was going up to? 27? I hope he just fucks off somewhere a bit higher up on the 2 meter or the 4 meter band, or maybe the 6 or the 12 meter or the 13. Fuck off. Oh, he's gone back on. That's him there. I guess he didn't. I guess he didn't like all that frequency generator. I guess he didn't like that because that was really peaking the power output. Because when you modulate on the sideband, your voice, the power output is mostly based on the frequency of your voice. If you could put out a very pure signal, then the signal reading on the is going to go a lot higher. But it varies on frequency, and he thought that was very clever. That was very clever, but he didn't know who the fuck it was. Well, that's for saying nasty things about my cats, wanting to kill my cat, huh, and eat it. Yeah, fuck. Hope I pissed you off. Where's he? Where they gone now? Not much up on there. 19. Fucked off somewhere else. I don't know why they just don't go off a lot higher up, because he knows. But maybe. Yeah, well, I'll just get a bigger burner. I'll just get a kilowatt. And if that ain't enough, I'll get a 2. Well, I'd have to get an antenna to handle at least a few kilowatts. Just going through AM. Just going through AM. I only came back on the radio just for, civil. But, oh no. I get grief from this guy bloody first day. Oh, because I haven't been on in quite a while. Yeah. All I do is I just get aggro from the fucking prick. Other people, no, I don't get any aggro. I don't know what his problem is. I mean, if he could say what his problem is, then yeah, maybe I might surprise him. I'd be very understanding, and but when he says, "Oh no, I'll kill your cats and I'll eat them," I don't take that very nicely. That's not a very nice thing to say. That's crossing the line. You could say a few other fucking things if you want. I really couldn't give a fuck. But when you say that, that's crossing the fucking line. He's fucked off. Anyway, he'd be really tucked up in bed by fucking 10 o'clock because he's a fucking old decrepit. Turn that off. take my power lead back in the room. Turn the power supply off. What I need to do is tidy up my bedroom. And maybe I'll do a few other things. Maybe improve the what's it? Maybe get a different antenna and or a few more kilowatts, and or at least maybe I don't know 3 kilowatt. Get a bigger burner. Yeah. But having a bigger burner doesn't mean I'm going to be able to get around international on DXing. Sometimes you could have a lot of power and it's not really helping that much. Maybe a little, but just depends on the conditions. Okay. When am I going to take that out? I'll just put that on the bed. Yeah, when I put that on the bed, I'd be pretty comfortable on the bed, I think. Bit of extra, what's it? Maggie, meow, meow. Oh. Oh boy. Bloody cat let me in. Cats are everywhere. Okay, that's okay. That's supposed to, what's it? It's not, oh yeah.